Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama. Welcome to our podcast.
Today we are covering the first season of Mob Psycho 100.
A Saiki middle school boy tries to live a normal life and keep his growing powers under control, even though he constantly gets into trouble. No, we promise that we didn't mix this with the disastrous life of Saiki K.
Before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, and click notification bell to get updates on future podcasts and multiple pause videos.
Yes, but Saiki K is more, it's a gag anime and it's crazy as heck and it's a lot more fun. Mob is fun, but Saiki K is just like non-stop laughter.
Right.
But Mob Psycho,
yeah,
we got the chance to watch it on Toonami. They're airing it from season 1 and we watched the first episode and we were like, yeah.
Yes, they aired on Toonami, right?
Yes.
And it's actually through, I think, Crunchyroll, through a partnership with them, because they had started this thing where they were going to distribute a lot of their anime onto the Toonami channel. Now, you don't know if that means it's going to be only Crunchyroll stuff,
right?
Like it's their originals, or is it just the things they have on there? We're not sure yet.
Well, we hope that they don't stop my name. But anyway, Mob Psycho 100 is psycho crazy fun.
Yes. And we also have seen a live action adaptation, but we want to get to that a little later.
Yes,
we want
much
to
later.
stick with the animated one right now.
Yes.
And we had only heard of this once or twice, and the style of it looks a little bit like One Punch Man. It may have been the same artist.
And the one who does Mob is the same one who does the voice of Sachi.
Right. And so it actually fits.
Max Middleman.
Yeah, so it actually fits. So for here, like we said, it is a little bit like Saiki, with having the premise of a psychic boy wanting a normal life, keeping the powers under control. The difference is with Mob Psycho is that everything's already crazy. There's no like building up to it, trying to look for normalcy. It's like there's no normalcy anywhere.
And his parents aren't involved like Saiki's parents are involved. And he has this crazy relationship with them and the students and everything. But Mob Psycho, everyone wants to be an Esper. The psychics, or people who have psychic kinetic power, are called Espers. And everyone wants to be an Esper. They either want to beat the crap out of an Esper, or they want to be an Esper, or they want to go be tested to be an Esper, or they want someone else's power. So it's all about people wanting to have those powers.
Right.
But his family's not really involved. They sit down and eat dinner at the table.
Yeah.
But other than that, you don't see his family.
Right. That's the only time they do it, and every time the mom gets upset because he keeps bending the spoons by accident. He'll get out to his mom all of a sudden. He's like, "Not another spoon! Why can't you be like your brother?" I'm like, he's bending spoons! I don't think that's possible!
So Mob's name is Shigo Kageyama. Everyone calls him Kageyama except for his brother, Risu. And he is working for a guy who you think is a shyster. His name is Reagan. And he has some powers, but of course not like Saiki. I mean, not like Mom. I'm so sorry, not like Kageyama.
Right. And so they always play with this thing where it's like, he doesn't have anything. He's a con artist. He doesn't have any power. But then every time he can still do it. So he's got something.
Right. And he has been his mentor. He calls him Master. He's his mentor. And at first you think he's probably like a donkey and an ass. But he's not. He actually does like him. He likes Kageyama and he really wants the best for him. And you find that out during the last few episodes of the season.
Right.
But the season starts off, you see him with his brother Ritsu, and you think his brother admires him and wants to be like him, but you end up finding out that Ritsu is actually jealous of him. We should have seen it coming, because that's the trope. You know, usually the siblings are jealous of the other siblings, but you were hoping this time it was different, but it's not.
Right. Oh, wait till we get to something later. But, yeah, they kind of have this thing where he wants powers. So, like, okay, you kind of expected that because they always have where sibling wants the same powers as them. So, it's just like...
Rascal is in repetition today.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know why. It's like, can you do something a little different? But I guess at least they made it interesting.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It's just that I was thinking this time the brothers got along because that's how it was presented. But you start seeing Ritsu these looks, then you start seeing the jealousy, and it's like, dang it, not again, but yeah.
And in each one, it doesn't really have a story yet until it gets like halfway through a season. Only like, I think 12 or 13 episodes in the first season. So it kind of starts off with you knowing the characters, what's the daily life, where Renge has some type of job, and they call him to exercise a ghost.
You mean Reagan?
Reagan, yeah, Reagan. I call him something else. He gets called, oh yeah, exercise a ghost is somewhere, and it's always some made up thing where, oh, it's in a computer, oh yeah, bathroom is a ghost, oh, it's called your car, yeah,
everything needs to be exercised.
Right, and they throw salt on it. Yeah, throw salt on it. You need a back massage. You need this, that, and the other, and then it actually works. So he's not technically conning anybody. It's just weird abstract things to get rid of ghosts.
Yes.
And then if there's something he can't handle, then he gets mobbed to actually do it.
And then he joins a couple of clubs at his school. This crazy girl wants to have a psychic club. She's the only member. She wants Mob to join because he actually has powers that she doesn't learn until later. And then there's also the bodybuilding club, but he wants to have muscles so he can get girls.
and people are like, that's kind of shallow. Like, no, it's not. He's
just being honest. I want to get girls.
He want to be popular.
Muscles get girls.
He said, I want to be popular. That's it. He's like, that's kind of shallow.
I love his face. He has like this deadpan face. He doesn't make any facial movements. He looks like he has no emotion, and he reminds you actually of Saitama. When you think about it, that's how it's really funny that the same voice actor is voicing both characters, because he has this expressionless look for quite a while until he gets really, really angry.
Yes.
And that's where the 100 comes in. He has countdowns where his percentage gets higher and higher the more people piss him off or crap goes wrong.
Right. And it's funny because in here it takes quite a bit to do it, because that's why the episode lasts so long. He only goes 100% like maybe 3 times or probably less than that. And the reason why is because, well, it's incredibly powerful. He's already powerful whether he's out of the 100 state. When he gets to 100, he gets all these cosmic powers, apocalyptic, weather-changing powers and things, and it only lasts for like a few minutes.
And then he becomes Saiki K powerful. They are very similar. Saiki, of course, can do all these different things worldwide. But Mob is really, really powerful.
Right.
He's the most powerful Esper so far in the show.
Right.
And everyone, of course, he's mild-mannered, and they laugh, and they don't think he can do anything. And
right.
He just wants to get girls.
Right. And it's really a big comedy. It's not a gag anime like Saiki, but it's a really big comedy anime, and it has actually a lot of action when they have fights, and then they have some drama. It gets to halfway point, as he mentioned, happened with his brother. Then they start to uncover something that people are going after.
Don't forget the LOL cult.
Yes, the LOL cult in the beginning, which was actually more funny than you thought it would be.
Yeah.
You thought it would be more dramatic, and it's not. And then when it gets to the halfway point, when he gets to meet Dimple, which is the name of that ghost with the little red dots. And what they have is uncover this thing where these people, these group of it's not another cult, but it's more like a secret society that's looking for all of these espers to gain power.
Right.
So
they can study them.
Right. So yeah, it has its own theme, and we have not read the manga, but we might want to after seeing this, to just see how insane it is.
Definitely. And the last 3 episodes of the show are really, really explosive. We won't give too much away in case you haven't seen it like we didn't. We're so glad that we watched this anime. It's fantastic. And we gotta mention the voice acting cast besides Max Middleman. We've also got Patrick Seitz, Kyle Hebert,
David Vincent, Bill Rogers, Ray Chase. It's not like mostly people we're actually not as familiar with, because this is a different company. It's not like with Funimation or any place where we see like the same group of people doing different voices.
Kyle Hebert and Cal McCarley and Max Middleman, and you name one more. Patrick Seitz.
Yeah.
We see him in a lot of things. Well, we hear him, I should say, in a lot of things.
Right.
But they do still, even with the ones we don't know, the voice acting cast is fantastic.
Right.
They do exactly what it is they're supposed to do. I'm sorry, I got it backwards. Max Middleman voices Ritsu. the brother.
Oh, okay. Well, they still kind of look similar.
Kyle McCarley voices Kageyama or Mama.
Oh, okay.
So sorry about that, guys. I know you're going to correct us. Thank you so much for always keeping us on our toes. But we caught it this time. Love you.
Right. And we're going to briefly mention there is also on Netflix, you might have seen on there, please know this is not the same series. Netflix has acquired a live action adaptation of Mob Psycho 100, but only the first season. We don't know if it's gone on for more because so far there have been only 2 seasons of the anime. We have only seen one, and as of recording this, we have not seen the second one yet.
And we're in the process of watching the live action one. I think we're on episode 9 or 10.
Yes, and this one, we'll want to state that it's definitely not like the anime. They keep some things in there, but it seems like the live action one wants to make it more of a drama. It's more focused on
his love life.
Yeah, and they gave the girl a lot more screen time than ever before. The shift has completely changed. It's not even really much of a comedy. It's either romance involving him trying to get the girl,
but it's like they're trying to put it in because the girl, she's not so silly in the anime. You know, she's goofy, but she helps him and they get along. And in here, I'm sorry, you're talking about the girl that he likes, and I'm talking about the girl with the psychic club.
Yeah.
And she's just really in the live action, she's really
everywhere.
Nonsensical.
Yeah, she makes like mistakes, like she'll say inappropriate words when she says a phrase or something. Yeah.
That's 2 different people.
Yeah.
You're talking about the girl that he likes.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about the girl who is the psychic
Yes.
club. So the girl with the psychic club is ridiculously silly in this one. She makes no sense.
Right.
She's always on her knees, talking about she's sorry, and she turns on you in a minute. She lies a lot. So she's a lot different than that character in the anime. And now the girl that he likes, Tabuso.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. That's the one you're talking about now.
Yeah, she has way more of a presence in here than the anime. She was kind of like you kind of saw through Ma's point of view that he liked her, he knew when we were kids, and kind of watched us from a distance, and that was it. But here he seems to be friends with her. She seems to like his brother. She messes up words, and when she says one word, she ends up saying
Tsubomi.
Yeah, she ends up saying a word that's incredibly inappropriate. He has to correct her, and she said, well, it justifies it because it's kind of similar.
And she doesn't like being corrected, and she gets upset when he corrects her.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, he says, I'm telling you to help you out. Well, I don't need your help. Okay.
And then it's more like a drama, too. They put heavy emphasis on all of the things that happen to the characters.
Christina V is in here. She's under Christina Valenzuela, but that's Christina V.
Oh, cool.
Yay.
They also have more of a focus on not only just romance, but they also make it more of a drama. Mm-hmm. It was on TV, but they have more emphasis on drama and romance because when they have things like the brothers' jealousy, we get to see more of what's the boss's name? Reagan. His backstory is more depressing. Mob is incredibly depressing. It's just so backwards.
So if you want to take a chance on the live action, you can. We'll do a review for you once we're done, which we're almost there. But back to the anime, the last 3 episodes are fantastic, action-filled. You see him reconcile with his brother, which we're really happy about.
Right.
Reagan comes to his defense. Again, you learn that he really cares about him and his brother. And everything happens that you can't expect, don't expect, happens.
Yes, it was like you couldn't even wait that you had to watch this once a week. So it was like you see all 3 of them one time. Mm-hmm. And the cliffhanger and the mini one, definitely want to see what happens in season 2 because we originally thought this was only a 1-season show.
Mm-hmm. So if you have seen Mob Psycho 100, let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you've also seen the live action movie, let us know here what you think, and if you're looking forward to our podcast on that as well.
Yes. And be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get updates on future podcasts and Mold Paws videos.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for watching. I'm Oscar Entertainment.
And I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a fantastic day.
Peace.
And reporters sitting, flashing lights, trying to walk around, man, who the hell are you? What you wanna do? Well, man, it's on you. Man, it's on you. Hit her in my dreams, she was my queen. A castle in the mountaintops, rivers and streams. Plucking sunlight from the sky in my pocket, give it to